Hey guys, it's Sunday afternoon. I am not out in the woods today. Took a weekend home. We've got some guests coming, and so I wanted to get a few things done around the house. And plus, it's pretty warm, so I haven't acclimated back to the hotter temperatures. So I do some work, around the house outside in the morning, but kind of hide in the late afternoon until the sun cools down, or sun drops down and cools off. But so today's project is getting the front patio kind of put back together. It's mid-March. So I'm planting some things and just kind of getting things arranged and ready to go. I've got some new stuff coming up and got some old stuff still growing. So this is a good time now to get the pots ready and make that transition. So I just wanted to show you real quick kind of what I've got going on. I also did a harvest on the sweet potatoes, and I wanted to show you that because that's just one pot, and it's a shallow pot really, that produced probably a half a dozen sweet potatoes. And again, I don't grow it for the potatoes, I grow it for the greens, but the sweet potatoes are a bonus. So it gives me a potato to restart them, and it gives me a great meal or two as well. So I'll take every potato it'll give me. So let me show you the patio, and I'll show you what I pulled out of it. Not a bad day out, a little overcast, so the patio is tolerable today. It's kind of the change in the seasons. It's March. I'm getting ready to do some more planting. Things are just starting to come up that I have planted. Kind of rearranging things a little bit. I've got a Thai pepper coming up. That is a everglades tomato. These the Lufas are still going. I've got to cut back some of the old growth. The frost hit them pretty hard, but they popped right back. And I think there's probably, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little Lufa that have started. So it's coming back and it's still producing. This is another everglades tomato that just came up. It's already flowering and getting tomatoes on it. This is some lettuce. I honestly don't even know how this lettuce got in here, but this has already been harvested. Let's see if I can get around the back side here. It's just absolutely beautiful. It comes around there. These are again some Thai peppers. I just repotted those. I'm hoping that they hold. This is a young chaya that I started. He's doing very, very well. He's in a small pot, needs to get in a larger one. This one you cannot eat raw, so I normally don't keep things up here that you can't just pick and eat, but for now he's doing really well. I might end up keeping him here just because how healthy he is. Of course, a little rosemary. That's the sweet potato planter. I dug out the sweet potatoes in there. I got probably a half a dozen sweet potatoes plus some more greens. I harvested a lot of greens off of that rack over the course of the year. So that's last season's sweet potatoes. So I dug those up, and then over here I took one of the sweet potatoes that I pulled, and I've got that started again, and then I pulled some of the young growth out of there, got it in the water, and I'm going to replant that and see how it does. So just kind of rebooting that. I dug through all the dirt, softened it all up, added some fertilizer and some natural fertilizer, and just kind of mixed everything up, aerated the soil, so it's ready to be repotted. The Katuks are looking a little rough on the bottom, but you can see the tops have got some new growth. The tops are doing really, really well. And then down here again, some more spinach. That's some Chinese spinach there. That's the old original Chinese spinach. I cut it back. I'm going to see if it comes back. That's some new Chinese spinach. And that's a different kind of spinach. I can't think of the name of that. And the basil needs to be redone. It's looking a little sad, so I'll get that replaced. There's some garlic chives that are coming up, filling out nice. So still got things growing, and just kind of getting, like I said, ready to reboot. This is just the top patio. The bottom patio is pretty much just moringa right now. I had a big kale that produced for months and months and months. I finally cut back, and but everything's doing real well. So again, those I'll go out and I'll get those rebooted, get some food in them, and get everything kind of restarted. So That's where we're at on the patio. Sweet potatoes and sweet potato greens, Chinese spinach, and of course moringa. Not a bad little harvest today. That's not bad. I mean, there's not a whole lot out here yet, but that's a nice harvest, you know, for this time of year. Again, it's been cold. A lot of the things got frost damage on them, and it slowed everything down. So everything's kind of coming back now. I'm still able to harvest stuff. I'm still able to get some Lufa, you know, as they produce. I'm still able to get katuk, basil. I've got the garlic chives. I've got all the spinach. I mean, there's a ton of stuff. The lettuce I've been eating in wraps over the last probably week now. The moringa continues to produce. You know, those things are short, but they just keep, you know, you cut them off, they come back. Cut them off, they come back. So you're not getting a ton of moringa, but you get enough for teas or to dry up and you know, make like a protein powder out of it. So really, I'm real happy with that. I've got some in the front patio too. Those are probably the bigger producers. They're in a little bit bigger pots, and they're also in a little bit more sun. So anyway, just want to take a minute to show you that, and hopefully the next time I see you guys, Dozer and I will be out doing something wild.